Have you ever heard something so crazy that you immediately thought, no way, that can't be real? Well, prepare to have your mind blown because today, we're diving into 28 shocking truths that sound completely fake, but are 100% real. From immortal jellyfish to clouds weighing millions of pounds, you won't believe these insane facts. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Botanically speaking, a berry must develop from a single flower with one ovary, which bananas do. Strawberries, on the other hand, form from multiple ovaries, disqualifying them as true berries. This means that, scientifically, bananas have more in common with grapes than strawberries do. There's a species of jellyfish that can live forever. Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish, has the ability to revert its cells to an earlier stage of development. When threatened or injured, it transforms back into a juvenile state, effectively resetting its life cycle. This process can, in theory, allow the jellyfish to live indefinitely. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Venus rotates so slowly on its axis that a single day lasts 243 Earth days. However, it orbits the Sun faster, completing a full year in just 225 Earth days. This means that if you lived on Venus, a single day would feel like an eternity. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. 2 of an octopus's hearts pump blood to the gills, while the 3rd heart circulates it to the rest of the body. Their blood is blue because it contains hemocyanin, a copper-based molecule that helps transport oxygen in cold, low-oxygen environments. Interestingly, when an octopus swims, the heart that pumps blood to the body stops beating. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. Estimates suggest there are about 3 trillion trees on Earth, while the Milky Way contains roughly 100 to 400 billion stars. This means that forests cover our planet with far more living things than there are celestial bodies in our galaxy. Despite this, deforestation remains a serious global issue. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. Because metal expands in heat, the Eiffel Tower can grow by about 6 inches during the summer. When temperatures drop, it contracts back to its original height. This thermal expansion is a common property of metals and affects many large structures. You can actually smell rain before it arrives. The scent of rain, called petrichor, comes from oils released by soil-dwelling bacteria when disturbed by moisture. These compounds mix with ozone and plant oils, creating the distinct earthy smell many recognize before rainfall. This phenomenon helps animals and humans anticipate changing weather conditions. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Wombats have uniquely shaped intestines that compress their feces into cube-like shapes. This helps the poop stay in place and prevents it from rolling away, which is crucial for marking their territory. Scientists have studied this unusual ability to improve industrial processes like packaging. The shortest war in history lasted just 38 minutes. In 1896, the Anglo-Zanzibar War broke out when the Sultan of Zanzibar refused to step down. British forces quickly attacked, and within 38 minutes, the Sultan surrendered. This remains the shortest recorded war in human history. A cloud can weigh more than 1 million pounds. Despite their fluffy appearance, clouds are made up of water droplets, and their total weight can reach millions of pounds. However, they stay afloat because the water is spread out over a large area, making them less dense than the air below. This balance between gravity and buoyancy keeps clouds drifting in the sky. A single lightning bolt is hotter than the surface of the sun. The temperature of a lightning bolt can reach up to 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, about 5 times hotter than the sun's surface. This extreme heat causes the surrounding air to expand rapidly, creating the sound we know as thunder. The sheer energy of a lightning strike can also split trees and melt sand into glass. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Sloths can slow their heart rate to 1/3 of its normal speed, allowing them to hold their breath for up to 40 minutes. Dolphins, on the other hand, typically surface for air every 10 to 15 minutes. This adaptation helps sloths avoid predators by staying submerged in water for extended periods. A giraffe's tongue is so long it can lick its own ears. Giraffes have tongues that can reach up to 20 inches in length. Their dark-colored tongues protect them from sunburn while they feed on leaves in the hot African sun. They even use their tongues to clean their own ears and noses. The ocean contains more artifacts than all museums combined. There are an estimated 3 million shipwrecks scattered across the ocean floor. These wrecks, along with countless lost cities and treasures, make the ocean one of the largest historical archives on Earth. Many discoveries remain unexplored due to the extreme depths and conditions of the sea. Honey never spoils. Jars of honey discovered in ancient Egyptian tombs are still perfectly edible today. This is because honey has low moisture content and natural antibacterial properties that prevent it from going bad. As long as it's stored properly, honey can last forever. Scotland has 421 words for snow. The Scottish language has an incredible number of terms to describe different types of snow, including sneezel, to begin snowing, and feefle, swirling snow. This extensive vocabulary comes from the country's long history of dealing with harsh winters. It proves how language evolves based on cultural needs. Some cats are actually allergic to humans. Just like people can be allergic to cats, some cats can have allergies to human dander and perfumes. Symptoms can include sneezing, watery eyes, and skin irritation. If your cat seems extra sneezy around you, it might not be your imagination. The Empire State Building has its own zip code. Because of the sheer volume of mail sent to offices within the Empire State Building, it was assigned its own unique zip code, 10,118. This is one of the few buildings in the world with such a distinction. Other locations, like the Pentagon, also have their own zip codes. A lake in Tanzania can turn animals into stone. Lake Natron has such a high concentration of salt and minerals that it can preserve animals like a natural mummification process. The lake's extreme alkalinity, with a pH of nearly 10.5, can burn the skin of unadapted creatures. However, some birds and fish have evolved to survive in its harsh waters. 1 billion seconds equals over 31 years. If you ever wonder how long 1 billion seconds is, it's about 31.7 years. This puts into perspective just how large the number billion truly is. In contrast, 1 million seconds is only about 11.5 days. Butterflies can taste with their feet. Butterflies have taste sensors on their feet, allowing them to land on plants and immediately determine if they're good for laying eggs. This adaptation helps them quickly identify suitable food sources. It's an essential survival tool for their short lifespans. The letter J didn't exist in the English alphabet until 1524. Before the letter J was officially recognized, words like Jesus were spelled with an I, Isis. The distinction between I and J was first made by Italian scholar Gian Giorgio Trissino. This change permanently altered the way many words were written. The moon is moving away from Earth. Each year, the moon drifts about 1.5 inches farther from Earth. This slow but steady movement is due to gravitational interactions between the two bodies. Millions of years from now, this could eventually change Earth's tides and rotation. There are more bacteria in your mouth than people on Earth. The human mouth is home to over 700 different types of bacteria. In total, there are billions of bacteria in a single mouth, far outnumbering the global population. Fortunately, most of them are harmless or even beneficial. The Leaning Tower of Pisa took almost 200 years to build. Construction began in 1173, but due to unstable soil, it kept stinking. It wasn't fully completed until 1372, making it one of the longest construction projects in history. Despite multiple efforts to stabilize it, the tower still leans today. The word alphabet comes from Greek letters. The word alphabet originates from the first two Greek letters, alpha and beta. The system influenced the development of many modern languages. It's a reminder of how ancient civilizations shaped communication. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. This phenomenon, called the triple point, occurs when temperature and pressure are just right for a substance to exist in all three states, solid, liquid, and gas, simultaneously. Scientists can replicate this in a lab using controlled pressure chambers. It's a fascinating quirk of physics that seems impossible, but is entirely real. There's a planet where it rains molten glass sideways. HD 189,000 733 bits, an exoplanet 63 light-years away, has winds that reach up to 5,400 miles per hour, nearly 7 times the speed of sound. These extreme winds carry molten glass through the atmosphere, creating a terrifying sideways rainstorm. This makes the planet one of the most hostile places known to exist. And there you have it, minus 28 unbelievable facts that prove reality is stranger than fiction. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more mind-blowing content like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the next big revelation.